Gamesweasel.com. Review.
Burnout Paradise is a new concept for the brand that some gamers have kept an open mind about, and others have staunchly resisted. This new concept is taking the eye-blisteringly quick game full of single races, challenges and crash junctions, and turning it into an open world where you decide where to race, how to reach your goal, or just drive around taking in the nice scenery. Does it actually work though? Well, let me tell you. At first, you'll think you've maybe been given a little bit too much freedom as you're plonked into Paradise City and just left to get on with it. You're told to find a garage you can drive through to instantly repair your car, then a fuel depot to give yourself more boost. Now, if you want to take part in a race, you go to one of the 120 junctions, spin your wheels, and the race is explained in terms of start and finish lines. You then race the other cars and try to get from A to B without crashing. Of course, that's just the simple races covered, and, at least for me, there's one fundamental flaw with this new open game world. That being, it's so damn quick, which is a great thing, but when you combine this speed with trying to glance at a map and concentrate on not taking a wrong turn, you crash more than ever before, and with no aftertouch to scupper your opponents behind you, it's just not as much fun turning your car into scrap anymore. Of course, in time, you're supposed to learn the city and its landmarks by memory, which will help matters, and in that respect, this game does get better the more you play it. As you drive around the 30 square kilometres, you can choose from 3 car classes, those being speed, stunt and aggression cars. Speed cars are great for races, aggression cars are good for slamming opponents off the road in takedown challenges, or for staying alive in the new marked man races, where you must get from A to B without being wrecked by your pursuers. The new stunt car is great for all the little challenges scattered all over the map as well. There are super jumps to fly over, billboards and shortcuts to smash through, and you can now go into flat spins and barrel rolls and link these together to max out your combos. Now, instead of working your way through classes and unlocking new tracks like you did in Burnout Revenge, you now have a driving license which gets upgraded when you complete a certain amount of challenges as you aim to get the Elite license. A nice touch on the PlayStation 3 is also the ability to import a mugshot of your face to stick on your license. 360 owners will need to use their vision cameras. So there's lots to do in this game and it all runs very quickly, but there's a couple more annoyances in this one that leave me a little bit puzzled. If, for instance, you decide you're racing so badly that you're at the back of the pack and you want to try and quit and do something else, there's no reset button. You have to cross that finish line before you can move on to something else. Also, some races need certain cars, and instead of being able to switch at the loading screen to the car you need, you then have to go back to the scrapyard to change cars by driving all the way through the city. Not good if you're on the other side of the map. Luckily, there's no traffic jams or things would get really bad. Oh, and I forgot to mention how great this game looks. It never slows down, and the scenery and car damage is spectacular. That is, if you slow down enough to take in the sights, be it the built-up streets of the east or the Rocky Mountain roads to the west. Finally, there's just time to mention the new multiplayer mode. Instead of being a totally separate game, they've integrated it into the single-player mode. Press a button and you're instantly connected to friends on the same map, where you can set challenges for longest power slide, most air, or race them on burning routes of your choice. Again, this is different to the norm, but still great fun. When all said and done, I still prefer the last game, Burnout Revenge, where I could concentrate on just racing quickly and without crashing. This one gives you a little bit too much to think about at once, but as they say, practice does make perfect. Burnout Paradise gets an excellent 8 out of 10.
You've been watching a review from Gamesweasel. If you want to get the show each week, which includes video game reviews, news, previews, competitions and special features, then head over to Gamesweasel.com for our video podcast, Gamesweasel TV.
Gamesweasel.com.